following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, this is the TFN Geek, and hot off my review of Authentics Bumblebee and Grimlock, tonight we're going to be taking a look at the final two Transformers Authentics Bravo figures that were released last year in 2024 in Wave 7 of this line of 5-inch tall Transformers action figures that are sold for just $5, and they're basically a simple, easy to transform Transformers action figures that Hasbro created for the purpose of being easy to transform Transformers figures that's a retail price tag of just $5 each. And so tonight we're going to be in this review. This is part 2. In part 1 we looked at Bumblebee and Grimlock, and now we're going to be taking a look at Optimus Prime and Megatron. And so here they are inside their boxes. So set Megatron off for a sight a bit. Here's Optimus Prime. There he is inside the box. There's some artwork of his robot mode and his alt mode of a semi-truck. Again, yeah, pretty nice box for what the figure is. Coming here to the back, you got the product photos. There's Optimus Prime in his robot mode and his alt mode, and he transforms back and forth between both modes in 6 steps. Yep, and last but definitely by no means least, we have Megatron, who's the only Decepticon here. And unlike the other 3 figures in this line of Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Grimlock, Megatron's faction symbol here on the top corner of the box, there's Optimus Prime's. Megatron is a Decepticon, so that's nice to see that on all of the faction symbols on the box. Even here on the back of the box, unlike the Autobots, Megatron is a Decepticon, so that's nice that Hasbro went the extra mile and made that a distinction of Megatron, acknowledging that Megatron is a Decepticon. So on all the faction symbols on his box, they're Decepticons. So there's Megatron inside the box. There's his robot mode, his alt mode of a battle tank. And coming on here to the back, there's his full robot mode and tank mode again. He transforms back and forth in just 5 steps. And yeah, they're just fun little action figures that are easy to transform, and they're sold right now at Dollar Tree and Dollar General stores. So if you have any stores like that in your area, then check them out, and you might find these Transformers figures there. I don't know if they're still there in as wide numbers as they were last month during December of 2024 during the Christmas season, but those are some of the places to check for these figures. So let's get these guys out of the box and take a close look at them in their robot modes. Alright, and so here they are out of their boxes, and just like Bumblebee and Grimlock, there's nothing impressive to them. The main reason Hasbro created these action figures was to put $5 Transformers action figures out there on the market that have very simplistic transformations that are on par with some of the smaller sized Generation 1 Transformers action figures. I actually would put these figures on par with the Spy Changer Transformers that were introduced in the Generation 2 line and were then popularized by the Car Robots line in the 90s and then 10 years later in the 2000s. So yeah, Optimus Prime and Megatron, they are, depending on how you view the figures overall, they are equally as unimpressive as Bumblebee and Grimlock are. Grimlock, his articulation is similar to Bumblebee's in that he can move his arms and legs up and down. Megatron has the most joints out of all the figures. He has ball joints in his hips and knees, but he can't really move his legs backwards, so you can get him into a bow-legged position if you want to see him like that. And his legs are designed to go out to the side since he has slightly angled feet. And that's pretty much it for Megatron's articulation. Optimus Prime doesn't have any articulation at all. The only joint he has is a swivel joint in his waist so he can look left and right. If you move his legs forward on a sliding joint, you can get them angled just a tiny bit back, but that's pretty much it. The way his arms transform into the sides of his truck mode, even though they're attached to the shoulder at a ball joint, it's rendered virtually useless. And just like Grimlock, Optimus Prime's legs are permanently fixed together, so he's similar to Generation 1 Transformers action figures that had the legs fused permanently together. And between both Optimus Prime and Megatron, the biggest gripe that I personally have with these figures is Hasbro's choice of how to color Optimus Prime's legs, and they are inverted from what Optimus Prime's legs normally are, in which the intake vents on his shins, they're painted blue, and his legs are unpainted gray plastic. Usually that's the opposite for Optimus Prime. His legs are unpainted blue plastic, and the intake vents are painted gray or silver. But overall, for what they do, being tiny little, easy to transform $5 Transformers action figures, they achieve that successfully well. And something I didn't do with my Bumblebee and Grimlock video for a size comparison, here they are next to the original Authentics Bravo action figures that were released back in 2017. So here is Authentics Bravo Optimus Prime from 2017 versus 2024. And as far as the new figures being improvements over the originals, they're not improvements at all. They are downgrades from the original figures, since they have less articulated joints in robot mode. And vehicle modes are no better. I can already tell, even though I just took the 2024 figures out of the boxes. So here is a 2017 Megatron next to 2017 Megatron next to 2024 Megatron. And again, the figures from 2017 in robot mode, they have more articulated joints than the newer figures. Figures for Optimus Prime, the 2017 figure has the new 2024 figure beat in every way. For Megatron, the only feature that the 2024 has over the original is the fusion cannon being done in black plastic instead of gray plastic, and being slightly larger. It's almost the same shape, especially on the top back section. But apart from the fusion cannon being the correct color, that's pretty much the only feature the 2024 figure has over the original figure from 2017. So without further delay, let's get these guys transformed into their alt modes and wrap up this quick review. Alright, and so here they are inside their alt modes. There is some bit of parts forming where you have to take the fusion cannon out of Megatron's right side arm, which is attaches via that 3mm port, and it attaches on the top of the tank turret to form the cannon. But apart from that, that's the only part forming between both these figures. Optimus Prime, his wheels do roll fairly well, but there's only a hairline of clearance. There's no wheels on Megatron, so he'll just slide across a surface. And that is somewhat disappointing, because the way he transforms, they could have put little plastic wheels under the turrets. But what are you going to do with a cheap $5 Transformers action figure? So yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Nothing too impressive to that. And there's nothing locking the front tank turrets in place, because they're just Megatron's robot mode arms, and you just rotate them upward at the ball jointed shoulder over to form the front of the tank. Again, I wish they would have done Optimus Prime's legs blue instead of gray, and given him the correct paint job, but that's just a minor nitpick from me. And for some size comparisons, here they are once again next to the original 2017 Authentics Bravo figures. So here's Optimus Prime next to his counterpart. Pretty much the only difference that what the new figure from 2024 has going for it to distinguish it from the 2017 figure, as I correctly transform and arm him into place, is that the only thing it has going for it is a new shape. On the truck cab. The wheels are different, but overall, the 2017 figure, in my opinion, is slightly better. The only other feature it has going for it is the more prominent smokestacks that are sculpted on the back of the truck cab. But that's pretty much it. Comparing the 2017 and 2024 Optimus Prime figures to each other. I will admit, in tank mode, the 2024 Megatron figure, even though the tank turrets are these two struts that stick out in front, making it look like he's an H-tank. And in tank mode, the 2024 Megatron figure has the 2017 figure beat. In robot mode, I said that the fusion cannon was the only part where the 2024 figure had the 2017 figure beat out. But here in tank mode, there is an incredible size difference where this one dwarfs the tank mode of the 2017 Megatron. And so yeah, it's no contest as to what's the larger sized tank mode. So for the 2017 figures, 2017 Optimus Prime is slightly bigger than the 2024 Prime. So if you wanted to swap up and have the 2017 Prime versus the 2024 Megatron, and likewise with the other figures, then you'd have versions of them that are more size accurate compared to each other in alt mode. Yeah, there's a size comparison of those. So do I recommend getting these Transformers figures? No, not at all. I don't. These are only if you want to buy action figures of Optimus Prime and Megatron that are only $5 and are easy to transform. But that's pretty much all they have going for them. They're low quality Transformers action figures, and they're not really mainline Transformers action figures. I mean, the places that they're found, Dollar Tree and Dollar General, there's stores that wouldn't normally carry Transformers action figures in stock. So I only recommend getting these if you absolutely enjoy 5-inch tall Transformers action figures that sell for just $5. So thank you guys all so much. This has been the TFN Geek, and until next time, you guys, this has been my review of the Transformers Authentics Bravo Wave 7 2024 action figures. And until next time, you guys, stay safe, stay healthy, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.